Version 1.1 of Honkai Star Rail is coming soon and will feature a couple of brand new banners to pull additional playable characters. If you're not familiar with how Hoyoverse is usually doing this, here's a quick breakdown. Each of these 2 banners features 1 5-star character and 3 4-star characters with boosted drop rates. Alongside these characters, banners run 2 light cone banners with 1 5-star light cone and 3 4-star light cones, which usually are very good options for the characters being available at the time. Just like the character banners, the light cone banners run for 3 weeks each, starting on June 7, 2023. With Update 1.1 seconds release, you'll be able to call upon 1 brand new character. Banner, Silverwolf, Astat, Danheng, and Serval. Silverwolf will be a familiar name for any Honkai Star Rail player, being part of the game's intro sequence with Kafka that leads to the birth of the Trailblazer on Herta Space Station. She's a renowned hacker and part of the Stellarin Hunters. She's a 5-star character dealing quantum damage and following the Nihility, so she's specialized in debuffing enemies. Asta is the lead researcher of Herta Space Station and can buff your team's speed and attack, making her a valuable support character. She is also filthy rich, coming from a family with a lot of shares in the omnipresent IPC. Danheng is a solid 4-star damage dealer that follows the hunt and deals with wind damage. He's especially great at attacking slowed enemies. Serval is a solid 4-star character from the Erudition, who excels at applying the shock status effect on enemies. Phase 2 will begin on June 28, 2023, and run up to the release of Update 1.2. You'll be able to get 2 brand new characters in this period. Banner, Luocha, Yukong, Kink, and Pella. Luocha is another character we know a few things about, as he was playable in one of the beta tests of the game. He's a merchant with some knowledge of medicine, who's always traveling around with a coffin. He's a 5-star character, too, and dishes out imaginary damage. He follows the Abundance, being a healer. That role plus his ability to deal imaginary damage, which so far is quite a rare type, will surely propel him upwards very quickly in the Honkai Star Rail tier list. Yukong is the new character we know the least about, as she's not been part of previous tests. It looks like she belongs to the same species as Tinka. She's going to be a 4-star character dealing imaginary damage, and just like Tinka, she's a follower of the Harmony, which means she's going to act as a support unit for the team with some buffs. Kink is a bit of a lazy gambler, which is reflected in her playstyle and sometimes makes her a little less reliable than you need her to be. She can be great fun to use for the same reason as well if you're into the idea of using a character with gacha mechanics in your gacha game. Pella is a 4-star character from Balaba, who is specialized in debuffing enemies by lowering their defense, which makes her a flexible support unit for any team. In my opinion, Phase 2 banner is more valuable than Phase 1. This is because having Luocha, Imaginary Abundance character, is very valuable since by the time he releases, there will only be 3 Abundance and 3 Imaginary characters available, and Luocha himself completes both of the missing variables for most players. Having a second Abundance character after Natasha is a very helpful thing, especially for MOC. With that said, if you already have Bailu or like Silverwolf because of her design and her kit, then go for it. And for you guys F2P and want to pull the meta characters, I suggest you wait to pull any of this banner like 5 days after the banner release and watch some videos about them.